Hello folks. In our quest to provide you with practical and useful knowledge, we've decided to present a line of reasoning today, so see if you can follow it. A few weeks ago it was our first snowfall, and my back muscles weren't used to shoveling and I had to throw it quite a distance. At any rate, I injured my back. Now that led to these, but it also led to this cordless item right here. And see, where's the camera? Can you see this? I'll bring it up so you can see it. This is the front of it. It sort of looks like a snowblower, and you can direct the snow in different ways. It doesn't have wheels. It slides along. It has a battery that goes in back here. Slides in and out very easily. Has a trigger here and a trigger lock and another way to grab it. And this is what it sounds like. It's 9.3 pounds, and it doesn't have to be lifted while you're shoveling, while you're removing your snow. It'll go 6.5 inches deep for the snow. And the battery lasts, they say, I think it was 25 minutes. So maybe, I'm expecting it to be 20, just to be on the safe side. But that's quite enough minutes, enough time to get a pretty good job done. In order not to re-injure my back, any kind of stooping over to grab things is kind of straining, and I usually need something to help me get up, something like this, or maybe a 5-gallon bucket or something. So in order to eliminate that part of the equation, I've been using grabbers. This is the one that I've had the longest time. It's all plastic, and 30 years ago this hunk of plastic here cost over $20. It works pretty good, but I felt that there was room for improvement. So I'm going to go through from the least to the best. These were just a kind of a, so still technically speaking it's a grabber, but I don't think it's, to the ones that I'm going to show you subsequently, it is not in the same ballpark with the others. I hate to denigrate somebody's efforts at producing something, but I've just found that there's better ones out besides these, and these are inexpensive too. So here's one that, oh, here's one. This is also inexpensive, and you can see the tag is still on it. I haven't used it much. It's not there to handle anything really heavy. Like say, one of the uses I want to help my back along is I'll wear a Velcro back brace. But sometimes, one of the big things is if you have a top load washer, you might have to reach over and deep down in there to take the clothes out. Well, I recommend use one of these. Here's another one. This one's getting a little bit better now, and I kind of like this one's got a lock in there as well, which is kind of nice. See if we can get it. Getting it unlocked is there. Okay, so that's one of the bad things about it, is not getting it unlocked easily. But outside of that, it's a little bit longer and it's a little bit more sturdy, and it can grab a little bit load, but it's not always grabbing whatever item, so many miscellaneous items that you might have to pick up. It's not really suited to that. It's not ideal. Now we're getting into something a little bit better, and this is, again, this has a lock on it, and I think it locks automatically. So that's one of the bad things. You gotta push your lock button forward so it grabs, and it's grabs. Now it won't do it that I need it to. But you can do it that way, grab and lock by operating the button and letting it go. But what I'm saying is sometimes it it locks when you don't want it to, and then it's hard to get it out. But this is a little bit better for grabbing. But for some smaller items, these type of cups don't always work that well. Now for the last two that I just bought from that nice warehouse distributorship that delivers quickly, I might add. Two of these to a box. You put them together yourself. The grabbers can change their direction. You pull them out and turn them if you want to grab like that. And these grabbers are kind of nice if you want to go up on a shelf and grab a jar of, say, marinara sauce. They're pretty good for that. They're pretty good for smaller items as well. And they're not quite as, well, they're almost as long. Let's check it here. I think they're a little longer than this one. And the thing that I noticed just now, taking laundry out of the bottom of the washer, they're okay, but it's not, depending upon the weight of what you're trying to take out, like if you were going to take out a blanket or something like that, I don't think this would be an ideal tool. All I would expect out of it would be to get it maybe out part way just so I could grab it and then pull it out the rest of the way by hand. I wouldn't expect it to handle the total load. But like I said previously, you can grab this way and then just a little flick, you can go 90 degrees. Now also, this has I don't know if you can see that little shiny piece there, that's a magnet. So if you, say, drop a screw or a nail or something like that, you can pick it up. You don't have to get down. And for those of you that already have a good back and don't experience back problems, these things are still convenient in a lot of ways. They'll reaching under, say, a couch or something rolls under there or falls under there, you can kind of reach under there and grab it. Places that you wouldn't normally be able to get to easily without, say, moving the furniture or something like that. So stuff that falls behind the bed, that kind of thing. So these aren't expensive. They come to the package, and I think that out of the ones I've shown you, these are right up there. Also, these have a little place where you can hang them up. And if this is in the way and you want it flat against the wall, again, you pull it and turn. And so it's flat against the wall, hung up for where you need it again. Two to a package in case you need one here and one someplace else. I'm always, when I need one of these grabbers, it's never in a place where I need it to be. So that's why I've got more of them, and I'm thinking of maybe getting a couple more of these latest ones, and maybe keeping this one, and maybe one of these others, maybe that, or maybe that one. So it's the kind of thing, like I say, it's real convenient for going in the washing machine and taking something out. And some of those other, and you could probably think up other reasons. Put them in the comments if you've got other uses for these things. So there we went from snow shoveling to a bad back to this. All in one little line of reasoning. There you have it. Do it yourself, Del. Keep on trucking. It's like Johnny Cash in that movie. With respect to this latest kind of improvisational tool, which is kind of makes life a little bit more easy and comfortable for you. If you are having back problems, or if you're getting older, and say you got to get down on the floor to pick something up, and it's hard. It's not so hard maybe doing that. It's the hard part is getting back up. And some people, their whole lives do things a certain way, and when they get to a certain point, things have to be done a different way. They'll say, well, no, we'll just go with the way that we know. But sometimes it's cheaper, much cheaper to go with something like this that will make life easier for you. as opposed to going to emergency and have them fix your back for a cost. Maybe prescribe pills. Same thing to a clinic. They can prescribe medication for you. And so it when you look at it from that perspective, it's sometimes cheaper. And this is on this channel we've been trying for years now to help people find the easiest, cheapest way and the most practical way of doing things. It's just a little thing, but it can become a big thing if you keep aggravating your back, and it's painful and you might miss work and all the rest of it. So I'm not saying this is 100%, but at least it's a step in the right direction. It's something that we've found that is very beneficial. Even if you don't have back problems, and even if you just want to get that jar of marinara sauce off the top shelf, this should give it a pretty good shot. And normally all the times you do washing, if you got a top-loading washer like I do, and mine is really deep, it's like a well in there. You got to go way down, you got to bend your back over and lean over and everything. Well, this goes down there for you and picks things up. It's not 100% proof. If you have a big heavy water-loaded blanket, it might not be strong enough to grab it, but with a lot of other items, yes. So just trying to help you out. So there it is. Is that all right? Is that all right?